It's a knuckler. Jackson takes it at the 35. Picks it up. Looks for running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. Midfield. He's at the 40. He's going to go. Deshaun Jackson. I don't care if he jumps, dives. He's running around, and he's in the end zone. And there's no time. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win.
This is Miracle in the Meadowlands number 2.
Old School All-22 brought to you by Golden Nugget Jewelers. When I think about the Eagles' great win over the New York Giants, December 19th, 2010, I, like you, think first and foremost of that punt return by Deshaun Jackson that turned out the lights. But there were some big defensive plays in that second half, and especially late in the game, that made it all possible.
Yeah, we all think about how well the offense played and Michael Vick bringing the team back, and of course the play that you mentioned, but the defense, they were outstanding. And the way they got after Eli, I almost felt bad for Eli because you saw how erratic Eli's passing was late in the game because of all the hits that he took during that football game.
With just over 3 minutes left in the game, and with New York ahead by a score of 31-24, Eli Manning and the Giants offense had the ball on 3rd and 9 from the Eagles' 41-yard line. A conversion, and the Giants are in field goal range to take a 2-score lead. The Eagles need a critical stop. The Eagles respond with an all-out blitz. This cover zero look means the Birds will bring one more rusher than New York can possibly block. That one rusher? Safety Kurt Coleman, who comes from the second level of the defense and gets in untouched to Eli Manning, forcing a quick throw and an incompletion. From the end zone angle, we see exactly how the Eagles got Coleman free. Linebacker Jamar Chaney is lined up right over the center, Sean O'Hara. With Chaney blitzing, the center is unable to provide help anywhere else in protection. This means that the remaining 4 offensive linemen are responsible for the 4 defensive linemen for the Eagles. To the right of Chaney, Darryl Tapp is head up over the guard in a very tight alignment. Meanwhile, Trent Cole is aligned as a wide 9 technique, well outside the left tackle. With so much space between them, Kurt Coleman has a wide open lane to run through on his way to Manning, who has to throw the ball quickly to avoid the sack. On the very next drive, with the score tied at 31 and 1 minute remaining on the clock, the Giants face 3rd and 10 from their own 36-yard line. The Eagles line up in a similar-looking front with 2 wide defensive ends. This time, linebacker Ernie Sims is lined up close to the line of scrimmage over the tight end. This threat of pressure forces the Giants to load up in protection. Not only do they keep both their tight end and running back in to keep Eli Manning upright, but they call for a slide protection toward Sims to protect against any potential blitz from that side. But there will be no blitz from the Eagles. In fact, this is just a 4-man rush up front. The one wrinkle? A TT stunt between defensive tackle Trevor Laws and Darryl Tapp. At the snap of the ball, Laws explodes upfield, attacking the near shoulder of the center. O'Hara, executing the slide protection call, opens up to his left, so his right side is vulnerable. He has to rely on his right guard, Chris Snee, to help him on the backside. The problem? Darryl Tapp, who loops around off of Laws and hopes to get to Manning behind the slide protection. Snee peels off his block to stop Tapp, which allows Laws a free lane to get home and sack Eli Manning. On 4th down, and with the Eagles out of timeouts, the Giants milk the clock down to 14 seconds remaining. All they have to do is punt the ball away and prepare for overtime. The rest, as they say, is history.
I used to say that was my favorite game in Eagles history. The way that game ended, the way the tempo went, the comeback, Vick and Selleck and Macklin and everybody else in that game. However, that was surpassed by, of course, Super Bowl 52. Still, that would be number 2 on my list.
That is one of the greatest games, and the ending to that game was so much fun. Just to see the looks on all the faces of the New Yorkers when Deshaun Jackson dropped and picked up that punt and returned it for the touchdown, and probably even bigger, the look on the face of Tom Coughlin, the head coach of the Giants at that time.
And Mike is always respectfully quiet as I'm doing a big play. But on that game,
I lost
he
it.
went to town, and I go to Sean Jackson. He's at the 30, and then you hear Mike going, "Oh, he's at the 25. Oh, he's at the 20." And oh my God. But anyhow, what a great ending and what a great memory. And that's it for Old School All-22, brought to you by Golden Nugget. Oh, Jewelers.